What up, it's Kels from the AM Clique, and we are cooking with Kels on this 4th of July weekend. You saw me last week. I was shopping for the ingredients for the brunch today. So today we're making some fried potatoes. We're also going to do some bacon, some eggs. But one of my favorite things to cook is my red, white, and blue stuffed French toast. It kind of makes sense because 4th of July, red, white, and blue. Yeah, it sounds good, right? So to make things easier, I already prepped a lot of things, so it's not going to take too long to cook. First thing we got going on right now, if you look over to the other camera, we have the pot that we're going to do the potatoes in. The pot we're going to do the fried potatoes in is over here heating up. You always want to make sure your pan is heated up first before you add your oil. That'll help your food cook often, not often, but even, but also it'll make things go faster as well. Also, we got going on, speaking on bacon, and everybody hates when you're cooking, right? When you're cooking bacon, the grease pops on you. So what we're going to do is I took a baking sheet, lined it with aluminum foil. If you don't have aluminum foil, you can also use like a bacon rack. Put over your baking sheet, put the bacon on top of this. That way the grease will drip down and the bacon will be nice and crispy on top. The most important thing about doing this is you don't want to get popped. So that's why we're going to cheat and put in the bacon. We got the oven heated to 425 or 450, depending, how much time you got. Put it in the oven, let it cook for like 20, 25 minutes. But make sure you watch it. So that's what we're doing first, since we got the pan heating up. Start the bacon. I got a little cheat sheet for myself, Got you. Put it in there. Next thing we're going to do, once I can feel the pan is starting to warm up, we're going to go ahead and pull in a little extra virgin olive oil to the pan, just enough to cover the bottom. You don't want to put too much in there. Let that heat up for a few seconds. Then I have one green bell pepper, and also I have, a yellow onion that I sliced up. And then once it heats up, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in there first. Really doesn't matter like which one you put in first, potatoes or the peppers, but let's get like a little head start. Or you can also just layer it. Once you put the grease in, let it warm up, start some potatoes, just sprinkle your peppers and stuff as you go on. What I also have ready is I have my seasonings. Have some parsley, parsley gotta have a little color for something. Then also I got my onion powder and I have my garlic powder. Of course, you can also have your black pepper. If you got fresh ground pepper, that's great as well. And one important thing that you don't want to forget, it don't taste like nothing, is your paprika. See? Just get a little color. It don't taste like nothing, like I said, but we all like a nice little color. So it feels like this is heating up a little bit. And as you're pouring in your potatoes, be mindful that you don't want to splash them because you don't want it to splash on you. And one thing I learned from cooking is that when you're frying things, right, you're like, why is the grease popping? That's because whatever you had, it probably got a little water in it. So just make sure as much as you can, bring it. I have the pan on like a medium high. Just put it in there, they begin cooking. And you see, I cubed them, so I know some people like their dice. That's fine, you can do that too. I did cube. I know Perk Nicole won't give me because we just had an argument when we were shopping for these potatoes. And I was gonna make mine dice, but I'm gonna let her live and did it her way today. Also gonna sprinkle in some other onions and green peppers. If you also have garlic, that's good too, because I like my potatoes to be seasoned very well. You put them in there. Like I said, you want to layer everything. So now I'm going to sprinkle in my onion powder, garlic powder mixture. And then, like I said, I love black pepper, so why the hell not put black pepper in there? Even a little extra. So, in my opinion, you can never have too much black pepper. Then, like I said, for a little color, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little paprika in there. Honestly, if I wasn't cooking for a lot of folks today, I probably would keep it like this, but because I got a lot of hungry folks to feed, I am going to add some more potatoes in there. But what you don't want to do, especially if you're not really used to cooking, is put in too much food. You don't want to crowd the pan. Because a few things are going to take the food a little bit longer to cook. You don't want to burn anything. Listen, don't try this at home, folks, okay? Leave it to the pros. Okay. And so what I also did, and get the rest of this in here. All right, that nice in there. Again, going back on top, we're gonna layer it with some more onions, green peppers. Most important thing, make sure you wash your hands. Don't got no time to have no game bringing nobody food you cooking. So make sure you do that. And with potatoes, that's the thing. I suggest as you're cooking, you always try to taste it to make sure it's not too salty. One thing you don't see over here is salt. I try to wait to the end of that because if you got the right seasonings and the right amount, the less salt you need. Like I love garlic powder, I love onion powder, love pepper. So I'm not gonna use too much salt. This is probably gonna take you about 20 minutes. But like I said, let that thing cook down on medium heat. Every now and then, you might gotta go in and move some things around because you don't want it to burn on one side and not do it on the other. And that way, make sure everything is getting cooked. You know, to get up in there. Just like that. And then you don't want to get stuck to the, the bottom of the pan. Always, like I said, keep your seasonings on deck. If you hear somebody in the background, it's just my sous chef, my daughter, Blakey. Hi, Blakey. She's never too far away from her dad. But now that I think about it, I don't know if it's me or is it the food. Because the girl likes to eat. So you see this going in here and mixing things around. And if you notice that the pan is looking kind of like the grease is gone, it's okay. You got to add in a little bit more. But be very, very careful that you don't pull it on the eye. See, for me, I'm just making a little space on the bottom. So go down there to help things to cook. And while this is beginning to cook, you can go ahead, start on your next thing. I will also suggest cover it and have like a little glass of water on standby, because what the water will do is it's cooking, it'll help soften potatoes. But I normally do that towards the end if I have to do it. Put the top on and just let it cook. Like I said, it's probably gonna take like 10, 25 minutes, but just go ahead and I'll let it cook. So far, we have the bacon in the oven. We have the potatoes cooking now. Next thing we can do, we can start to kind of prepare for the stuffed French toast. What I did, got fresh strawberries when I was at the farmer's market. So cleaned them, washed them, they're draining right here. So that's for help with the garnishment. But since we're doing the stuffed French toast, right? I got some cream cheese, a little bit confectionate sugar, a little bit of honey, but you just want to use honey for it, that's fine as well. I chopped up and diced some strawberries. So if you see, you got that right there in the mix. And then just mix it around. Because this is what you're literally going to stuff the French toast. And so if you already got it mixed together, it'll a whole lot easier. If you do buy the whipped cream cheese, sidebar, that's an easy little cheat trick. But also, what you can do, if you buy just like a block of cream cheese to 8 ounces, I would let it sit out, let it get room temperature, so it'll make it easier when you're trying to blend everything all together. So for here, I probably got about 2 blocks of the cream cheese. Probably had about 1 little crate of strawberries that diced up. Then for the ones we're going to use for the topping, probably another crate. What a good sale, by the way. At the farmer's market, so can't be mad at that. Like I said, put it together, mix it together. Now, one of my favorite types of breads to use when I'm making French toast. Say hi, Blakey.
Hi.
Chef Blake. I like to use, of course you can use like regular bread. It's better if the bread is a little bit old, a little bit stale. Not stale, but it's older. But brioche bread is my favorite. Like I said, if you don't like brioche, you can still use regular bread. See? And so what we're going to do is, it's going to use this bread and kind of like make a sandwich. But before we do that, I want to show you what I did over here. Because it's French toast, you need the mixture, right? So I have about, you gave me hearts. I have about 6 eggs, right? 6 eggs. Maybe a quarter cup of milk. I got some cinnamon there, some vanilla flavoring, pure vanilla. You definitely want to use the pure vanilla. She's fine. That's my other assistant. Can you give me some water, please? But yeah, and I just mix it together. Mix together, get nice and moisture. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the loaves of bread. We're going to put the cream cheese, strawberry, with the whipped cream cheese with the strawberries and vanilla and the honey, or you can use confection sugar and just mix it together. Then, while we're waiting for the potatoes to mix, I also went ahead and got my eggs ready, because you gotta have your eggs when you're making brunch, right? Just put some eggs together, some cheese, a little salt, a little pepper. Now, normally for me, I probably would have added some mushrooms and green peppers to it, but I know everyone isn't a big fan of that. So I just did the cheese, and the seasonings. So if you want to, let's take a look. Let's go back over here, take a look at the potatoes. Assistant, where's the gloves? Thank you. Thank you, assistant. My friends love me. Oh, they look really good, right? I think I just want to go in and try to move them around a little bit. Now, I'm not in my house, so I don't have all my utensils. But you see, like I said, you want to move it around. Cook that thing. It smells really, really good already. Like I said, if you want to, normally I do this. I'll chop some fresh garlic cloves, and put it in here. But I forgot. And my assistant forgot to get them from the store as well. So, who would like those lemons? You make lemonade. So like I said, you want to move those around, making sure everyone is getting love on that fire and cook a little bit. And like for me, I'm going to go ahead and add in some more pepper. Like I said, I like pepper. And what I'm probably also going to do is add in a little bit of salt. What's important is you definitely let them cook, because you don't want them to, you don't want to fried hard potatoes and stuff, And like I said, you use like the right amount of seasonings. That have onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. You won't really need a lot of salt. But if you are going to use salt, make sure you do the best for you. I like this pink Himalayan salt. I also like sea salt. If I can ever get this top off this grinder, I can put it in there. Yeah, so this is just like some new stuff if you haven't done it. I know most of our neighborhoods, we done made some fried potatoes before, but everybody got their own way to make it. This is just my way, and hopefully when we get to the French toast part, you'll like that as well. Add some more pepper to this bad boy. I wish my, every weekday morning, myself, JC, and DJ Flo waking up in the morning on the radio acting a fool. I know if they was here, I had to fuss them out. Really trying to try the food and stuff like that. But actually, Flo likes to cook as well. JC, she's more of a griller. Make sure if you're not doing it every day, you're checking us out every morning, 6 to 10 on 92Q. And support live on radio, online at 92Q.com, or catch up Amazon Alexa. You can put us on there, or you can even download the app on your Android or your iPhone in your mobile store and download 92Q Dance. Thank you in advance if you haven't done that already. Definitely appreciate you. So I'm gonna let this cook some more. And we're gonna start on our stuffed French toast. As soon as I can find my, here you go. So anyway, trying to burn toast, anybody got time for that, right? So whatever pan you're gonna use to make your French toast, go ahead and get that ready. Me particularly, I like this one. You can see right in this camera, or you can see right here. I like it because it's deep. It's deep. That's what she said. And you can get in there and flip it over and everything. You know, so go ahead and get your pan ready. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get our bread ready for the French toast, for the stuffed French toast. Like I said, you got your stuffed French toast here with the strawberries, as you can see, just get a knife and just pull it on there. Get it nice and pretty for the red, white, and blue stuffed French toast. All right, like I said, like making a sandwich. Bam, 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 boppity boo, whippity wham. Don't be stingy with it, okay? You gotta get nice and like that. Then get your other piece of bread. Like I said, make a sandwich. And then remember the mixture we put together over here. You're just gonna dip it in there. Bam. Let it get nice and soak up everything, right? You already got your pan on. Then you just pop it right in the stove. It's cooking. Keep your fan, your stove on like a medium to medium high. I would say medium, so you don't want to cook it too fast. And you don't want to burn. And let it cook for like 2 to 3 minutes. After maybe like a 2 minutes, so I will flip it over and get that other side. So guys, we are done. Let it sit on the stove for 3 minutes each side. Put the strawberries on there, the potatoes. Let's go with this camera so you can really, really see it. See? Red, white, and blue. Got the cream cheese, strawberries, blueberries, potatoes. Happy 4th of July. So listen, I have my good radio assist, Miss Jackie Page from 93.9 KOS. She's also doing middays, and check her out as well when you finish to the AM Clique. So she's going to, taste it right here in front of everybody. And look, my beautiful friend, Sherry.
Your sister, that chef.
No, Blake's my sous chef.
What's the verdict?
Oh, I got to say how I feel about it? I can't just eat it?
Okay.
Well, she didn't make no face.
Okay, she really didn't. So I don't know if she likes it. She likes it, Mikey. She likes it.
What's in that?
Huh?
What's the little stuffing? I need to know that.
That's the cream cheese. It's cream cheese, strawberries, little honey,
So,
blueberries and strawberries.
It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get this recipe.
You like it?
So I can make it later.
There you go. She likes it, though. We good.
Y'all be good.
Happy 4th.